In the mid-1960s, fear took over Cincinnati. Women were afraid to live alone, doors were double-locked, bars closed earlier, and parents worried about letting their children out at night because somewhere in the city, a killer was hunting. Posteel Lasky Jr. worked as a taxi driver. This gave him a unique advantage, allowing him to move around the city unnoticed and gain access to different neighborhoods at all hours. In a time when people trusted cab drivers, it may have helped him blend in. That detail remains one of the most unsettling parts of the case. He became known as the Cincinnati Strangler. Between 1965 and 1966, Cincinnati was shaken by a series of murders that terrified the city. The victims were mostly women, many of them living alone in apartments. The attacks were brutal, personal, and deeply unsettling. As the bodies were discovered, panic spread quickly. This wasn't just another crime story people read in the morning paper and forgot by dinner. This was something that changed the way people lived. Women began buying stronger locks for their doors. Some kept lights on all night. Others refused to answer a knock unless they knew exactly who was outside. The fear became so intense that it even changed how Cincinnati approached Halloween. Instead of the usual nighttime trick-or-treating, celebrations were pushed into the daytime in some areas because people were scared of what could happen after dark. The city was on edge, and with every new murder, the question grew louder. Who was doing this? Police worked under enormous pressure to stop the killings. The case dominated headlines and the public wanted answers. Then, in December 1966, investigators arrested Posteel Lasky Jr. Lasky was eventually convicted in the murder of Barbara Bowman, one of the victims connected to the case. After his arrest, the string of murders stopped. To many people, that was enough proof that police had caught the man responsible. But the story didn't end there. Even though Lasky was tied to Bowman's murder, questions have remained for decades about the full scope of the case. Was he truly responsible for every killing linked to the Cincinnati Strangler name? Or did fear, pressure, and public panic cause multiple crimes to be grouped together under one terrifying label? That uncertainty is part of what still makes this case so haunting. Because while Cincinnati may have believed the nightmare was over, the full truth has never felt completely settled. The Cincinnati Strangler case remains one of the darkest and most chilling chapters in the city's history. It wasn't just the murders themselves that left a mark. It was the fear that spread through neighborhoods, apartment buildings, and everyday life. For a time, Cincinnati didn't just fear crime, it feared the night. And even now, decades later, the questions still remain. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe so you don't miss any future content.